So in this video, we're going to be taking a deeper dive into amino acid structures, specifically about how amino acids come together to form polypeptide chains. And so one thing to note is that a peptide bond is equal to an amide bond between two amino acids or multiple amino acids, right? And so proteins come from folded polypeptide chains. Polypeptide chains form when we link amino acids together, and those links are called peptide bonds. Here we have two generic amino acid structures. So a peptide bond forms through the nucleophilic addition and elimination reaction between the carboxyl group of one amino acid and the amino group of the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and start the mechanism and go through the whole thing and then explain it once I'm finished with it. So here's the completed mechanism for the peptide bond formation between two amino acids. I know it's not that neat, but bear with me, I'll try and explain it and go through it step by step. So we have these two amino acids, and we see that the amino acid on the right uses the lone pairs on its nitrogen to attack the carboxyl group on this amino acid, which pushes the electrons onto oxygen. This results in a negatively charged oxygen and a positively charged nitrogen now that it's attached to this carbon, right? And you could do the formal charge calculations if you want to check as well, just in case. And then next, what you're going to have the hydroxyl group. It's going to be taking one of the nitrogen's hydrogens, right? And so it's going to take that hydrogen, and then the electrons are going to be pushed into nitrogen. And in this next step, you're going to have a neutral charged nitrogen. It's connecting the two amino acids. And then now you're going to have a water molecule. And what's going to happen is through the electrons from the negatively charged oxygen being pushed back to reform the double bond, that's going to allow the water molecule to act as the H2O attached to it to act as a leaving group. And what you're going to have is it's going to leave, and the result is the peptide bond formation as well as a water molecule. So here was the result of the peptide bond formation mechanism between two amino acids. And if you look at the backbone pattern, right, you have the amino nitrogen, then you have the alpha carbon, then carbonyl carbon, amino nitrogen, alpha carbon, and then carbonyl carbon. And if you pay attention to this, we can see that the backbone pattern, it repeats like this, right? That means that a polypeptide has direction. One end is the amino end, which is called the N-terminus, and the other end is the carboxyl end, called the C-terminus. So if we were to label that here, this would be our N-terminus, and this would be our C-terminus. And if we were to just write out the pattern, like I was saying, it would be like this. N, C, C, N, C, C. And pretty much what you're going to have in a polypeptide chain is this repeating sequence with N, C, C. And what's going to happen is you're going to always start with, on the left side, the N-terminus, and on the end, you're going to have the C-terminus. So it's always going to be like this when you have polypeptide bond formation, starting off with the N-terminus on the left side and then the C-terminus on the right side, respectively. So something I failed to mention earlier is that the whole formation of the peptide bond, it could be reversed. And so when it's reversed, you know, it goes back to the two original amino acids at the beginning. And so that's also something to keep in mind. And I think for this video, that's going to be it. So stay tuned and thank you for watching.